Hey daters, welcome back. My name is Charity. Today I'm talking about love languages, how important it is to know yours and your lovers. So I'm a huge fan of 1993, but in 1992, Gary Chapman published a book called Five Love Languages: The Secret to Making Love Last. Did us a huge favor because now we have a reference point. It's a guideline that shows you and teaches you how to express and receive love. So, a little insider, it wasn't until I read this book that I learned my primary love language. Prior to that, I used to say, hey, my love language changes, which, at certain times I do have need for other love languages out of the five, but I do believe we all have a primary, a native language that we need to speak. And reading the book definitely helped me discover which one. There are quizzes that you can take to learn what your love language is, but they're not as helpful as the book. So, first love language we're going to talk about is mine's quality time. Oh my gosh, it sounds simple, right? Like, why isn't everyone spending quality time? Well, I'll tell you why. People are busy, people are occupying themselves, some with work, some with social media, some with like, I'm just not feeling like it. What I didn't realize is until after I read this book, quality time is not just quality time, it's quality everything. So it's quality conversations, it's quality food, it's quality cleaning, possibly. Like everything you do should be of quality. But isn't that what we really want anyway? But sometimes we have to slow down and actually come to grips with, let's just not do this to get it over with. Like, let's just not wash the dishes. I pass you the dish, you dry it, and that's it. Let's take advantage of the time that we have and let's make it quality time. Let's have a conversation. Let's share things that needs to be shared. So that's quality time. I really suggest that. I love being spontaneous. I would never take that away, but I'm also a girl that likes to plan. So if you know that you're real busy, schedule quality time. Break it down to either once a day. It could look like 5 minutes a day, either once a week, because when you don't have this quality time, it makes it a little difficult to be intimate. And I've had that situation, and it was crazy because I really couldn't figure out why. It feels like sleeping with a stranger, and that's not what we want. Okay, so now you not getting no ass, and and you wondering why. So could be because of quality time. Next love language. Now I find that men usually um want this love language, and that is words of affirmation. It's basically giving positive reinforcement, not talking negative. And then once again, this is something that we need to do, and that looks like your tone, your actions, because there's more than one way to communicate. So you have to keep this in mind. If your lover's love language is words of affirmation, you want to make sure that you're complimenting him. You want to make sure that you're not degrading him, because that will set a person back, and it's not going to work for nobody. My suggestion in regards to words affirmation is, like, if you're not good with giving compliments, giving positive reinforcement, when you hear someone else do it, jot it down. When you are in conversation, look for things that the person is saying they're interested in. Bring them back up, compliment them, be an accountability partner, a positive one. And that will handle words of affirmation. What next one? This one I need right now. And that is what? Acts of service. Acts of service is things that we can help our partners with to make their day easier. Like cleaning, picking up something from the dry cleaners, bringing something home to eat. Just little tedious tasks that can take us off track, but definitely help our partner. Without getting this done, now I feel like I'm burnt out. I feel overworked, and another way, you ain't getting no ass. Now this blog is not about not getting no ass, but I think you're interested in it. So sometimes those things kind of like wake a person mentally up, like this is going to get you in danger zone. Hey, wake the hell up. So yeah, acts of service are sweet things to do. Like think of things that the person is always doing, and kind of like, you know what, I know before you go to bed you like your dishes washed. Wash the dishes. If she cooked, wash the dishes. Make the bed up. Kind of like tidy up behind yourself so that the other party don't have to do as much work. Acts of service. And I mean, this could go both ways. However it is set up within your relationship, because it's not necessarily the woman doing the work. The husband could be doing whatever. So this goes for both parties in regards to acts of service. And of course, just like any one of these other languages, when they're not done, they kind of tend to like tip over into other things, and that's not good. And once again, these things make everything run smoother. So keep in mind, acts of service, give it when you see needed, or don't even just wait when it's needed. Schedule it. Keep it on a routine. Make sure you give acts of service. These next two, if you don't get these are kind of simple, but what you have to do is identify that these are things that your lover want. Identify and convey. So the next one I want to talk about is gift giving. Now, folks really get upset when you don't have a gift on what? Birthdays, Valentine's Day. I've seen you always come home with bags and you don't never bring nobody nothing home, or if you don't live with the person, you're always talking about, oh, I went and bought me something, da 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 da. They see you with new things, but you don't never bring them back anything. That could be an issue, because those things kind of like convey love to some of us, and it just makes you feel good. Like giving, they say it's better to give than to receive. It's an old saying, but you know that falls under the category of gift giving. You know how that could affect the relationship and make it go bad if that is their love language. So, you know, just kind of like schedule gift giving outside of the main events like birthdays and Valentine's Day. The next one is, I'm gonna do that to you. What am I doing? What am I doing? Touch. Some folks like to be touched. Now, with touch, you're going to have to communicate on how they like to be touched, when they like to be touched. But touch is kind of simple. So when you're talking, it's just like, you know, brush up on them, hold them, cuddling. Usually people that like to be... Damn, I need somebody to touch me right now. Pat me on my damn back. So, 5 love languages. One more time. Let's recap it. Quality time. Get in there and handle that. Touch. Words of affirmation. Gift giving. Acts of service. Don't forget them. Even if they're not your lover's primary love language, try to actually do all of them and find out what's needed in a course of a day, in a season. It'll just keep you on top of everything. This community is all about enhancing a romantic relationship, enhancing yourself so that you can pour out to others first is always important. So we always discuss those things here. I thank you for watching. I hope you come back. If you think that this vlog was helpful to you, please give me a thumbs up on it. Leave me a comment. If you can think about any other subject that you would like me to talk about, share it with a friend. And I wish you many, many more dates galore. Thank you for watching. Good night.